Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our respective lecturer, Dr. Siti Lalila and all my friends. I hope you guys in a good health and cheerful. Today, my group are going to present chapter 10, which is Total Quality Management. Allow us to take a moment of your time to explain this chapter. Before we start, I will introduce my group members. Firstly, myself, Siti Nur Azli Dawati binti Mazain, and the first presenter. Next, Nur Fatiha binti Kamarul Zaman will be the second presenter. Shamira Liana binti Ahmad Rafidi as the third presenter. Next, Amira Liana binti Ahmad Nur Azri as the fourth presenter. And the last presenter is Nurin Atika binti Muhammad Razi. For today's chapter, there are 3 learning objectives. First learning objective is improving responsiveness to customers. Under this learning objective, we will cover what do customers want and managing the value chain to increase responsiveness to customers. Second learning objective is improving quality and we will learn about total quality management. Third learning objective is improving efficiency and we will cover 4 things: just-in-time inventory and efficiency, self-management team and efficiency, process re-engineering and efficiency, and the last is information system, the internet and efficiency. As the first presenter for today, I will explain the improving responsiveness to customers and what do customers want. Firstly, what we understand about the improving responsiveness to customers. In general, responsiveness to customers is about a company's or organization's willingness to learn more about their customers. It is about being proactive, active listening, and being ready with solutions that can be personalized to fit a particular customer. Without great customer responsiveness, the company will lose out on returning customers. When we treat all the customers like they are our best customers, they will become our best customers. Mostly, all organizations produce output goods or services that are consumed by customers. We must wonder why this improving responsiveness must be focused to the customers, is it? This is because customer is someone who buying the organization products provide the monetary resources most organizations need to survive. Customers are vital, or in other words is important to organizational survival. Therefore, managers must correctly identify their customers and pursue strategies that result in products that best meet their needs. Other than that, in part of marketing function, marketing manager must focus on defining their company's business in terms of the customer need it is satisfying, not the type of produce it makes or the result be disaster. What we need to understand is the action taken by the managers to improve the responsiveness to customers. As I explained just now, customers are important to the organization. So, however, the organization need to give more attention to their customers. Next is what do customers want? This question can be linked to the terms given, which is the satisfying customers' demand is important to the survival of an organization. Even though we know that specifying exactly what customers want is not possible because their needs are different from product to product. So here it is the most customers want. First, a lower price to a higher price. Price is how much the business charges for its product or service. We know that customers want a fair price when purchasing a product or service. Usually, low price will give more attraction in many customers, even though people in the end want value for money. For example, you are given 2 option products with different prices with the same function but different brand, which is the one is brand within the Malaysia with lower price and the another one is brand from outside the Malaysia with higher price, but both products function are same. Of course, the lower price will be the option because we know the customer will minimize the amount they will pay of their purchasing. Second is high quality products to low quality products. It is important for a price to match the quality of the product or service that the business is selling. This is because the customers will argue why they have to pay a higher price but not comparable to the quality of product they will get. Higher quality is very important to the customers because they want to use the product for the long time period. Quality of the product is critical to satisfying the customers and retaining their loyalty to ensure they continue to buy the products or services from the company in the future. Third is quick service and good after-sales service to slow service and poor after-sales support. After-sales service refers to all the things the organization do for the care and feeding of their valued customers after they buy the organization product. This type of customer aftercare is important for any business. To have a good after-sales service, it is not enough to say thanks or let's keep in touch after a sale is complete. Long-term success is built on real and lasting customer relationship. So the organization can do some service such as asking the customers how they feel about their products or services. For example, when we make a purchase online, such as skincare, after we receive the products, the seller may ask our opinion about their products, maybe after we already use the products for 1 week. Or sometimes, the seller will guide the customer until the product is really effective to the customer successfully. Number 4 is product with many useful or valuable features to products with few features. The customers most prefer to the product that have many useful and meet their needs just in one product, and they will feel the satisfaction of their purchasing and worth with the price value. For example, the customer will buy a pen that have two functions such as can use for writing and also can use as highlighter instead of buying two pens that have one function just for one pen. Lastly, our products, they are as far as possible customized to their unique needs. Product customization is the key to serving the customer base successfully. Not all the customers want the same thing or use the product the same way. Product customization is essential for delivering a personalized customer experience to each segment of users and can drive customer loyalty and increase customer responsiveness and satisfaction. Let me give you some example. Customized casing phone. The customers want their name with unique fonts and their picture as the background of the casing phone. So, if the business can do as the customer want, it will give the best satisfaction from the customer, and the customer will continue buy the business product in the future. So after managers identify all these 5, the most what customers want, managers realize that more desired product attributes a company's value chain builds into its products, the higher price that must be charged to cover the cost of developing and making the products. However, managers must take some action to meet the customer's best need. So what do managers of a customer responsive organization do? The managers try to develop functional strategies that allow the organization value chain to deliver to the customers either more desired product attribute for the same price or the same product attribute for a lower price. That's all for my part. Thank you. I will pass to Nur Fatiha for the next explanation.
Managing the value chain to increase responsiveness to customer. As we can see from the previous slides that is presented by my friend Linda, it is very important to be responsive to customers to satisfy their needs. Because satisfying customers is very important, the managers try to make or improve the value chain operation so that they can supply products that have desired attributes, which is quality, cost, and features. First of all, let us see what is value chain. Value chain is the coordinated series or sequence of functional activities necessary to transform inputs into finished goods or services that customers value and want to buy. Next, what is functional activities? Functional activities is a plan of action to improve the ability of each department to perform its task-specific activities in ways to an organization's goods and services. Usually, functional activities are divided by department, for example, marketing department and manufacturing department. Next is value chain management. Value chain management is a development or an improvised version of the previous functional level strategies that support a company's business level strategy and strengthen its competitive advantage. It also increases the efficiency, quality, innovation, and most important part, responsiveness to customers. I'm gonna explain to you about the value chain. As we can see in the diagram, there is 6 stages that starts with product development function, marketing function, materials management function, production function, sales function, and lastly, customer service function. And at the last stage, there is a feedback loop that get back to the first functional activities, which is product development function. As we can see, there is 6 stages of different functional activities. Each functional activities has their own functional managers. These managers must find the strategies to increase their own department's quality, efficiency, and innovation in order to improve the company's competitive advantage. Also, to improve their product value, they must have this one goal, which is to maximize the value that they can give to the customers. All functional activities along the value chain play an important part in creating the value. Starting point of the value chain is product development function. Product development function is the engineering and scientific research activities in making new products or improved products that add value to the products. For example, a coffee shop wanted to produce a new coffee drink that will attract more customers. So they will be trying all the recipes to find the right one for the new drink, and also they will be trying all the best material, all the best raw ingredients to make sure that the coffee they want to produce is better than the coffee they have been selling before. Next is marketing function. Once a new product has been developed, the marketing function task is to persuade customers that the product meets their needs. They must convince them to buy the product. Marketing function create value through brand positioning and advertising. For example, they can highlight the product's best quality in advertisement. Marketing function often conduct research to discover customers' needs. After this research, they will find better ways to tailor the existing product to satisfy the customers. At the next stage of value chain, we have this materials management function. Materials management function controls the movement of physical materials. The efficiency in this stage can significantly lower costs and create more value. For example, Walmart has the most efficient materials management function in the retail industry. By tightly controlling the flow of goods from its suppliers through its stores and into the hand of customers, Walmart has eliminated the need to hold large inventories of goods. Lower inventories means lower costs and hence a greater value creation. Next, we have the production function. Production function is responsible for creating, assembling, or providing goods or services. This stage transforms inputs into outputs. For physical products, when we talk about production, we generally mean manufacturing and assembling. But for services such as banking or retailing, the production takes place when the service is actually provided or delivered to the customer. For example, when a bank originates a loan for a customer, it is engaged in the production of the loan. After that, we have sales function. Sales function plays a crucial role in locating customers, then informing and persuading them to buy the products. Finally, the last one, we have the customer service function. Customer service function is to provide after-sales service and support. This function can create a perception of superior values in the mind of customers by solving customers' problems and supporting after they have purchased the product. These functional activities plays an important role in increasing responsiveness to customers. Customer service covers the electronic systems for tracking sales and inventory, pricing products, selling products, dealing with customers' inquiries, and so on, all of which can greatly increase responsiveness to customers. The customer service will pass the message of customers to product development and marketing department why a product is meeting or not meeting customers' needs, so that the product can be redesigned or improved. At the end of this value chain, a feedback loop will be made to link the end of the value chain to its beginning. For example, a customer will tell the customer service function whether she is satisfied or not with the product that she bought, and then the customer service function will pass this feedback back to the product development function so that they can see what they can improve to the product. Through these stages of value chain, inputs will be changed into outputs. As I've been explaining earlier, examples for inputs is new product ideas, marketing research, and component parts. These inputs will be changed into goods and services, but they will be needing a few things in order to be changed. What are those things? Those things are people's abilities and knowledge, machines, computer, and functional skills. In conclusion, managers must seek to improve their responsiveness to customers by improving how this value chain operates. However, they should not offer a level of responsiveness to customers that results in the cost to become too high. That's all from me. I'm gonna pass this presentation to Shamira.
Thank you, Fatiha. I will explain about improving quality. Before we proceed, I have a question for you guys. There are two products which are product A and product B. Both of these products have the same price but in different quality. Product A is more quality than product B. If you have a chance to choose, which one will you buy? Product A or product B? Why I'm asking you, because I want to tell the reason why we must to improve the quality of an organization's product. There are two reasons. The first reason is customer usually prefer higher quality product than the lower quality product. Based on the question I asked you before, if me, the customer, of course I will choose product A that have more quality than product B. We can say that higher quality product more responses to the customer. The second reason because it can increase efficiency and thereby the lower operating costs and boost the profits. Why I'm saying that it can boost the profit? Here we can see the impact of increased quality on organizational performance. We can see when the quality is increased, the reliability and productivity will be increased too. It can make a price of a product be more higher and also lower the cost of processing
the product. Next, we will learn what is Total Quality Management, TQM. TQM is a management technique that focuses on improving the quality of an organization's product and services. They have 10 steps that necessary for a manager to implement the TQM technique. The steps are build organization commitment to quality, focus on the customer since customer are our target market. As example, we identify what actually customer wants that relate with our company services. The next step is find ways to measure quality, set goals and create incentive, and solicit the input from employees. Since our employees are major source of information about the causes of poor quality, so it's very important that manager establish a system to soliciting employee suggestion about improvement that can be made. Next, manager also have to identify the defects and trace them to their sources, so they can improve themselves if they know what is their mistake and where they occur, why they occur. And next is introduce just-in-time inventory. Just-in-time inventory will be explained at the next slide. As a manager, we also have to work closely with the supplier so the supplier can improve the quality of the part that they supply to us. It also we have to design ease of our production. And the last step is break down the barriers between functions. As example, material manager have to cooperate with manufacturing managers to find high quality input that can reduce manufacturing costs. And also marketing managers have to cooperate with manufacturing so that customers' problem identified by marketing can be reduced. That's all from me. Next, I will pass to next presenter Amira Liana to continue.
Thank you, Shamira. So next, I'm going to explain about improving efficiency. The third goal of value chain management is to increase the efficiency of the various functional activities. The fewer the input resources required to produce a given volume of output, the higher will be the efficiency of the operating system. So, efficiency is a useful measure of how well an organization uses all its resources, such as labor, capital, materials, or energy, to produce its output or goods and services. Developing functional strategies to improve efficiency is an extremely important issue for managers because increased efficiency lowers production costs, which lets an organization make a greater profit or attract more customers by lowering its price. Okay, now we will learn about just-in-time inventory and efficiency. Just-in-time is a system of supplying goods as close as possible to when they are actually needed. So, for the company that resells, this means that the goods arrive just before hitting the shelf before the customer purchase. For manufacturing companies, the needed parts or raw materials arrive just before they are added to the final product. The company that uses this method, they will have more cash and credit that they can use for other uses since they buy the materials when they are actually needed. Just-in-time requires the constant and precise monitoring of demand. This is done with the use of Kanban. Okay, now, what is Kanban? Kanban is a scheduling system that often used in conjunction with just-in-time to avoid overcapacity of work in process. Signals between various points of production which can alert when the next part of product is needed. So, as you can see, there is an example of Kanban. They will have the list of what to do, what project that was going on, and the product that they have done already. So it will be easier to know when there are needed the raw materials. Okay, now, one important thing that you should remember is that just-in-time inventory contrasts with just-in-case strategies. It is not the same method, okay? So next, we will move to the advantages if we use this method. First of all, if we use this method, we will have great cost saving that can result from increasing inventory turnover and reducing inventory holding costs. Since we're not having a lot of inventory in a warehouse, we can use a lot of costs. Secondly, production runs are short, which means that the manufacturers can quickly move from one product to another. And the last one is that companies can spend less money on raw materials because they buy just enough resources to make their other products. So next we go to self-managed work teams and efficiency. Self-managed work team is a group of employees consists of 5 to 15 members that are responsible and accountable for all or most of aspect instead just part of it. All team members will learn all the team tasks and move from job to job. They are also responsible for scheduling work and vacation, ordering materials, and hiring new members. Previously, all of this is the first line manager's work. Okay, for this method, there should be no problem if someone absent because the team members can fill in for the absent worker since they all know the process. This method also tends to be less costly and more productive. Also, the decision that was made by the self-managed teams are more effective. Okay, that's all from me for just-in-time inventory and self-managed work teams. Next, I will pass it to Nuri as the fifth presenter to explain for the next method. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So, I'm Nurin. I'm here to present to you about process reengineering and efficiency. What is process reengineering? It is a radical reconsideration of a business process to achieve dramatic improvement in cost, quality, service, and speed performance. Business process reengineering is the analysis and redesign of company processes. We actually need to observe some points when implementing business engineering, such as a change of focus from management to the customer. Manager must give power to their teams and focus on the result. It's not positive to score points, but to lead and teach. Business engineering must be simple and optimized process, which is better than a complicated and intricate processes. If a process continually doesn't work, it's time to come up with a new one, looking for the future. Always identify goals and purposes. Keep the company mission in mind. Only by following this, business process engineering work as expected. An example of business process engineering that we can cite is that of a fast food company such as McDonald's and KFC. They completely redesign the delivery of product and give an expected result. In this type of restaurant, the process goes like all others. The customer orders, the order go to the kitchen, which prepare the meals and then deliver to the customer. Business process analysts realize that it will be more advantageous if the meal portion are previously prepared in a separate center and delivered to this restaurant daily. When the customer orders, staff place everything together and deliver it. This is a complete change in the process, resulting in a greater control, fewer accidents, greater employee satisfaction, and increased ability to focus on customer needs, all without losing quality. This process engineering comprises of following steps. Number 1 is to define objective and framework. First of all, the objective of re-engineering must be defined in the quantitative and qualitative terms. The objectives are at the end of result that the management desire after re-engineering. Once the objectives are defined, the needs for change should be well communicated to the employees because the success of process re-engineering depends on the readiness of the employees to accept the change. Number 2 is identify customer needs. While redesigning the business process, the needs of the customer must be taken into a prior consideration. The process shall be redesigned in such a way that it clearly provides an added value to the customer. One must take the following parameter into the consideration. such as type of customer, customer group, customer's expected utilities, customer requirement, customer problem, and expectation about the product or service. The third step is to study the existing process. Before deciding on the changes to be made in the existing business process, one must analyze it carefully. The existing process provides a base for the new process, and hence what and why of the new process can be well designed by studying the right and wrongs of the existing business plan. Number 4 is formulate a redesigned business plan. Once the existing business process is studied thoroughly, the required changes are written down on a piece of paper and is converted into an ideal redesign process. Here, all the changes are chalked down and the best among all the alternatives is selected. The last one is to implement the redesign. Finally, the changes are implemented into the redesign plan to achieve the dramatic improvements. It is the responsibility of both the management and the designer to operationalize the new process and gain the support of all. Thus, the business process reengineering is collection of interrelated tasks or activities designed to accomplish the specified outcomes. Now we come to the last topic, which is information system, internet, and efficiency. What is information system? Information system is a component for collecting, storing, and processing data to provide information, knowledge, and digital products. The internet is the global system of interconnected computer networks that used to communicate between networks and devices. Business firms and other organizations rely on information systems to carry out and manage their operation, interact with their customers and suppliers, and compete in the marketplace. Internet actually gives a lot of impact, not only to society but also to the business owner. Much of the advantage of internet is to bring business in the form of data. You probably heard about big data, which is a term to refer to the massive amount of information collected and stored by the connected devices. Companies are using these sensors and devices to gather enormous information which they can leverage to increase efficiency in an amazing way. One of the advantages is to reduce costs. As an example, the construction giant Laing O'Rourke is using digital twin technology to begin solving problems that many people face in their daily life, which is unreliable railways. Harris said that Laing O'Rourke digital twin of the network is able to model the movement of its train and coordinate when they need to return to depot for maintenance. Therefore, it's easier to manage business. As example, transportation industry is using the big data in a smart way to anticipate maintenance need and take care of issue in more efficient way. The aim is to address the problem before they spiral into a costly emergency. Secondly, is to automate supplier and customer interaction. When a company understands how its customer use its product, they can better fulfill their needs and improve their customer experience. In a shopping environment, internet is all about reducing friction in the buying experience and helping customers to interact with products, often in virtual and augmented reality environment pre-purchase. The need-it-now mentality of today's shoppers sees convenience take precedence over brand loyalty, with many customers favoring online shopping. As you can see, the example today is Shopee apps, GoShop apps, Wow Shop, and many more. Internet also improves customer service to clients. Think all of the way you can communicate with your coworkers and clients these days. High-quality video call, phone call, mobile phone calls, and messages. Messaging platforms such as Slack, Skype for Business, email, Facebook, and list goes on and on. Being able to maximize this channel and enhance your ability to communicate with all necessary parties not only helps you to gain knowledge, but also boosts how well you can manage a project or bring together multi-stakeholders. Isn't it great? By creating websites and updates in social media will increase our professionalism. This is because customer can take a better view to the product. We also can track the order and communicate with customer easier and faster. I would say that it's easier to manage the business by using the internet. It will also reduce the number of employees.
That's all from us for the topic of total quality management. I hope you get the point and the knowledge from the video. Thank you very much.